Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Destroy Humans Let's Play, the 2020 remake version of course. I'm still your host and today it's time for Alien Pool Party, which is mission number 4. And nice title card there. In the last episode we did a mission called Citizen Crypto and I brought up a few bellyaches I have with the stealth in this game and the holobobbing in general. And this time around we are going to be using it again, so be prepared to hear a few more of my comments on that. Also the loading times are kind of long, but don't worry about that, you know, we'll be able to manage as best we can. This is a fairly short episode by the way though, so just letting you know in advance, my videos are kind of short, they just basically run the length of the mission itself very tightly, so I do hope that doesn't bother you, and I do hope we are going to have fun in this episode regardless of my complaints that I will be mentioning a little bit soon.
Here we are, Crypto. Sunny Santa Modesta. First up, I want you to find the alpha male of this town. Perhaps we can gain an insight into the way this whacked human social hierarchy functions.
Okay, so I said I had complaints, and I do indeed have complaints. Let's start off with the first complaint. So, I'm being completely fair when I say the stealth is quite annoying. In the original game they did have stealth mechanics, although not to this extent. It feels like this game is very unforgiving with the sneaking around in holobob and on all that kind of stuff. When you don't... When the mission dictates that you can't raise your alert level, it really does mean that, because the moment people notice you, that is when everything just stops, the mission just stops. Pox said, oh you failed, you've been seen by the humans, and then it brings you to a mission failure screen. However, this time around, there are checkpoints, there are numerous checkpoints in fact throughout these missions. In the original game it was, well, even more unforgiving technically, because it booted you out to the menu. So, you know, this game is a bit more forgiving with, you know, if you fail a mission it's not like game over, you don't have to start all over again, you just revert back to the original, relevant checkpoint. Can barely speak. But here's the pool party anyway. A human social ritual. Right, okay. I suppose that's fair enough. Also, holobob threats, yes. As in the original Majestic agents, which we will be meeting quite a lot of in the later stages of the game, can jam our holobob disguise by basically trying to bring it down. And if we use forget or distract around them, they won't be able to bring the field down. Also EMP mines do the same, you can check it out on the minimap. As for how far away you need to be before, you know, the Majestic agent starts lowering your disguise. So the Majestic are kind of like the Men in Black of this universe, you know, the ones that would turn up around outside your house and blackmail you and sort of say, oh shut up, you didn't see anything about that alien or whatever. A very mainstay thing in conspiracy theories, which, I mean, I'm calling them conspiracy theories because they haven't really been proven. I mean, there's plenty of stories about Men in Black out there on the internet, but I'm just saying that it's a conspiracy theory. It's not really provable unless somebody actually physically says, oh by the way, I was a man in black and I did this. But the likelihood is, by the time that somebody is allowed to even admit that they did something like that, they'd probably already be dead, you know, from natural causes of course, because people do pass away. So, you know, if the whole thing around Roswell, which was 1947 was Roswell I think, and you know, those people who were the quote-unquote Men in Black from around that time, yeah, they're long dead by now, they won't admit anything, so that's why it's still a theory in my mind. Also, belly aching about the stealth, I did that already, so I covered that, and we are about to get a new weapon, so that's exciting. nice new weapon, and it's pretty good as well. It's coming up now.
Good work, Crypto! Unfortunately, you seem to have awakened the local constabulary. Be on your guard. You'll need a new weapon to handle the Santa Modesta police force, so I'm unlocking your Disintegrator Ray. Try it out on the fuzz!
And as Pox just said, we are getting the Disintegrator Ray. Ah yes, that's a classic. And in this game, it kind of reminds me of the one in Path of the Furon, although it's a hell of a lot powerful, more powerful than that one. I mean a hell of a lot more. Basically, if you don't know, in Destroy All Humans, Big Willy Unleashed and Path of the Furon, the Disintegrator Ray was a pea shooter. It was an absolute pea shooter. It took forever to kill an enemy with the Disintegrator Ray. It just felt so underpowered, and even with the upgrades it was crap. But in this game it's pretty damn good. I mean, it can take on tanks, which we'll see later on, you know, vehicles and stuff like that. Just a quick note about the brain extraction. I like the brain extraction in this game. I think it's a lot more smooth. You just basically press square and you can mash it to extract the brain a bit faster. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Also transmogrification, transmutation, whatever. Transmog, the ability which is introduced in the second game to get ammo for your weapons, is here, and you can transmog inanimate objects to get ammo if you just mash square on them. I mean, that's pretty cool, because in the original game, you know, you couldn't do that. You had to find specific pickups for your weapons ammo. But mission complete. Like I said, very short mission, and we got a new weapon out of it, so that's really nice. Really nice. Motel Party Madness. Santa Modesta youths caught in what? Violent jazz something. Yeah, because jazz is very violent. And saxophones, you better watch out, man. You better watch out. Anyway, now we're going to go to the upgrade screen, because after every single mission it takes you to the upgrade screen. I kind of don't like that, because it makes Pox talk. But anyway, that is about it for today's episode. Like I said, short one, I know. And hopefully in the next episode we'll have a lot more to do. And I'm thinking that we will. Because next up it's Televisions of Doom. Ooh.